All right, guys. So, gonna teach you how to make water effect. First thing we're gonna do, and let me remind you, we went to Edit, Preferences, Keymap, and we're on Industry Compatible. That's aligned with Maya and 3ds Max for the most part. So we're gonna leave it at Industry Compatible, and we'll delete our cube. We're gonna add a mesh plane. Right after that, I'm going to push R to resize this object. And with my middle mouse button, I'm going to click and drag anywhere to universally resize this plane. After that, I'm going to go into Edit mode, right-click, and subdivide the shape. From there, I'm going to make my cuts at about 100. You can do 50 if you want, but I like going big. After that, I go back to Object mode. I pushed 4. You can also do it up here. And I'm going to smooth shade this plane. So now you got a smooth plane. Next, deselect it, and let's add a mesh UV sphere. I'm going to push W and pull that up and smooth shade my sphere. Now I'm ready to go and add some physics to this. It's this blue circular icon down here on the bottom right. That's our physics panel. From there, with my plane first selected, I'm going to do dynamic paint. So actually not fluid, but dynamic paint. I'm going to leave it at canvas. That's what we'll be drawing on. And when I add this canvas, the first thing that I'm going to do is go change surface type from paint to waves. After that, if I hover over this button that says anti-aliasing, it uses a 5-time multi-sampler to smooth those paint edges. In other words, just makes it look even more like water. And that's it for the plane. We're done. You may click off the plane and let's select your sphere. We're going to add dynamic paint to that as well, except the sphere won't be a canvas. That'll be your brush that you're painting with. So once you select the type as brush, you're going to click Add Brush, and you need to do nothing else with this. After that, we are technically ready to go. I could change my viewport over here, my viewport shading, if I wanted, but if I leave it on solid mode, deselect everything, and push play, I should be able to now have a water effect, just like that. I can drag this ball through. I can leave him inside the water if I wanted as well and drag him around. But if you want this to look even more realistic, I got one other thing we can do. I'm going to pause the player. Let's select our plane. And like I said, with the viewport shading up here, we can make it look a little bit more realistic. So let's go down to this beach ball looking icon that's called Materials Properties. It's in the Properties menu. I'm going to click a new material for the plane. And the only thing I need to do, these 3 icons are at 0.5. Drag these down to 0. And then look for transmission and drag that up to 1.0. Now check this out. When I do switch to viewport shading, it looks like a nice reflective glass surface. You can do the same for the ball if you want. For this, though, I'm going to make it black. And I'll drag up my specular intensity, and I'll drag down the roughness. So specular is at 1.0, roughness is at 0. And that'll give me a shiny looking ball. And then it's the same concept. Deselect, push play, select your sphere, and you should be able to move him around. Sometimes a little buggy, as you just saw there, but we got it to work. So now this definitely looks more like water. I can even set it here and spin our view around a little bit so you can see that nice reflective surface. There you go. From there, what I would do if I were you is turn this into a pool. You can add walls around here. If you don't want to use a plane and you'd rather do it a different way, you could add a mesh circle and then fill that circle in. Or before you did your subdivisions on this, you could have reshaped this any way that you want. But hopefully this helps you understand how to create a water effect. See you guys.